Famine is now unfolding in Gaza. That's according to a UN-backed monitor, who said the situation is now the worst-case scenario. For weeks, aid organizations have been sounding the alarm about a crisis in the Strip, where more than 2 million people are facing extreme hunger and rising levels of malnutrition. Under mounting international pressure to ease restrictions, Israel has paused fighting in parts of the territory, allowing some humanitarian aid in. Aid trucks have entered through border crossings and some limited airdrops have been conducted.
احنا عنا من 6 الصبح نستنى في المساعدات لطحين عشان نطعم اطفالنا والطخ فوق رؤوسنا واطلاق والدبابات واحنا من جوا من تحت بوز الدبابه جبناها والطريق قعدت معانا تقريبا من حوالي 4 كيلو مشي والكيس على كتفي.
As aid deliveries slowly pick up, humanitarian agencies say much more is needed to stave off starvation. After more than 21 months of war, Gaza's population is enduring catastrophic shortages. In late July, the WHO said 63 of the 74 recorded malnutrition deaths this year occurred that month. 24 of them were children under 5.
وصل صوتنا لكل الدنيا، كيف الأطفال كيف بموتوا. أنا عمال بالدموع، مش قادر أنطق الكلام من كثر ما لفيت على الأسواق، 3 أسواق خشيت. قسما بالله ما طلعت بكيلو عدس ولا بكيلو معكرونة ولا بشيء، جيت بحالي.
Doctors Without Borders says the number of malnourished children and breastfeeding women quadrupled in its Gaza City clinic in just under 2 months. The shortages of everything from food to clean water have also hit pregnant women particularly hard.
فأنا في الشهر السادس مش قادرة أوفر أدنى مقومات الحياة إني أكمل الحمل هذا.
Israel strongly denies deliberately starving civilians. Instead, it accuses Hamas of purposely creating a humanitarian crisis.
Israel is presented as though we are applying a campaign of starvation in Gaza. What a bold-faced lie. There is no policy of starvation in Gaza, and there is no starvation in Gaza.
The amount of supplies entering Gaza has plummeted since the conflict began and came to a complete standstill when Israel imposed a full blockade on Gaza in March, after talks to extend a 6-week ceasefire broke down. Nothing was allowed into the territory until late May, when a trickle of aid resumed. Since then, the flow of aid has been controlled by the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, a private initiative backed by Israel and the US. The GHF only has 4 distribution sites, meaning Gazans have to travel long distances and join huge queues to reach them. But the UN and major aid groups have refused to work with the US-based organization, over concerns it was designed to cater to Israeli military objectives and violates basic humanitarian principles. In July, the UN said more than 1,000 Palestinians had been killed by Israeli forces while seeking aid, most of them near GHF centers.
Risking your life to find food or starving to death is not a choice that anyone should ever face in their life.
Before the war, it took roughly 500 trucks per day of aid and goods to supply Gaza.
250 aid trucks entered Gaza in the last week alone, but of course hundreds more are waiting at the crossings ready to go. The UAE and Jordan have parachuted 28 aid bundles into northern Gaza and southern Gaza, which have been coordinated by Israel.
A UN-backed hunger monitor said aid drops will not be enough to reverse the humanitarian catastrophe, saying only immediate, unimpeded humanitarian access into Gaza can stop rapidly rising starvation and death.
هذا ولا الشيء اللي نزل لا يذكر، في ناس ما اخذوش ولا حاجة وفي ناس حصلت على القليل، فبنطلب المزيد 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 لأنه احنا نتضور جوعا لا يوجد شيء.
A UN conference to revive the two-state solution process between Israel and the Palestinians has been held in an aim to bring an end to the war.
The wholesale destruction of Gaza is intolerable.
However, truce talks have stalled after Israel and the United States quit indirect negotiations with Hamas in Qatar, leaving no end in sight for the suffering of Gazans.